Good morning, Snipes Academy. It is Wednesday, August 25th. I'm Mr. Yates, and this is Snipes Daily News. All right, everybody, welcome to the middle of the week. Let's go ahead and get into it with some weather. So right now, as of this recording, it's 77 degrees, and it has a high today of around 88 degrees. Might be a little cloudy, but it should not rain, so that's great. Today, for this day in history, we're going to talk about the moon hoax. So, on this day in history, 1835, a series of articles is published in the New York Sun claiming that there's actually life on the moon. Known collectively as the Great Moon Hoax, the articles were supposedly reprinted from the Edinburgh Journal of Science. The byline was Dr. Andrew Grant, described as a colleague of Sir John Herschel, a famous astronomer of the day. Herschel had, in fact, traveled to Cape Town, South Africa in January 1834 to set up an observatory with a powerful new telescope. As Grant described it, Herschel had found evidence of life forms on the moon, including such fantastic animals as unicorns, two-legged beavers, and furry winged humanoids resembling bats. The articles also offered vivid description of the moon's geography, complete with massive craters, enormous amethyst crystals, and rushing rivers and lush vegetation. It has long been the practice of print newspapers and today online news articles to have a headline that might necessarily not explain exactly what the article is about, in order to grab attention and get people to either click on them or buy the paper. However, this goes a step further. It claimed life on the moon in the headline, but then it also goes on to describe in detail, like I just said, all the things that this Dr. Herschel supposedly saw on the moon with a telescope. Needless to say, people at the time took this as fact and bought enormous amounts of copies of the New York Sun, and it started immediately spreading the rumor that there had been life found on the moon. Obviously, it was quickly discovered that this was not true. Later, the New York Sun claimed that the article was satire, as in it was an article made to poke fun at earlier contentions of scientists that there was actually life on the moon, or that it was possible that there was life on the moon. It does go to show you, though, maybe you shouldn't necessarily believe every word you see or read. That leads us to our quote of the day, which, again, I'll be quoting Mark Twain. Mark Twain is known as having said this: "If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. But if you do read the newspaper, you're misinformed." I think that one explains itself, so I'll just leave it there. And that'll about do it for us today, guys, since we have no birthdays. So, like usual, I hope you guys work super hard, learn a lot, and I will see you tomorrow. This is Snipes Daily News.